Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is episode 15 of my gameplay series on Willamina Forest. If this is what you're looking for, please stay tuned. Alright folks, welcome back to Willamina. It is the next day from where we left off last time. So, a few things to mention. It's been a while since I've been on here. I feel like I feel like it's been a ton of time. But if we go down here, let's turn our grass on. See everything. Yeah, those should be ready to go right later today. We are probably, I think after we harvest grass the next time, I think we're going to plow through this field, and I think we're going to use it for something else. We might do 2 sugar beet fields, and then when we get a field down here, use that for something else, or, you know, whatever the case may be. But yesterday, when I was just kind of finishing out the rest of the day, I ended up selling another load of logs. So let's actually look at that real quick. We go over here. Yesterday, we made $113,000 off of Forestry and $68,000 from the BGA. By the way, last night we got $34,000 from the BGA at midnight, so we're doing pretty good as far as that goes. And yesterday, since we were sitting up pretty good on money, or not pretty good, I guess I'd say, but we had enough. I paid off the last $50,000 of our loans. We didn't get any interest last night, and we're sitting at 68 grand loan free. So we are doing really well as far as that goes. Yeah, today we're just going to kind of keep doing forestry and clearing out this section here. This is a huge hill right here, so I'm not sure how I'm going to make that work into a field, but we'll do something. I did kind of add in a mod that I'm going to go with as administrative, just because of the case of it. So, well, there's a couple actually I added in. So first off is I added in a placeable tree pack, so I could add in some trees if I wanted to, in different things such as that. It's such a big field, but I'm assuming once you place it, it shows up as more. But I might put some trees in here, so I can take out some trees. I can maybe take these trees out along the edge and put in something. Well, actually, I can't get over there, huh? I need to leave those trees in. But yeah, at least for the rest of the map, then I can put in some different trees that I might want to add in. I also added in one. So all these are the placeables from No Man's Land by Alien Jim, and he allowed me to use them in here. They're not for like download or anything like that. I had Kyle put them into a pack for me with Alien Jim's permission, so I'm happy to be able to use those for town upgrades and stuff like that. So those are both in there. And then our actual mod of the day that I'm adding in, or that I already added in for us today, is going to be the 82 squared logistics 20-foot gooseneck trailer. Fantastic trailer. Also, by the way, that thing got updated. The TLX, where's it at? This guy right here. Now we got that guy on here as well, but the TLX has been updated as well with the 6.7 liter version now, and everything like that. So we might upgrade later, but anyhow, you can now activate the digestate spreader and stuff like that. So that's fantastic. And that mod idea, the trailer here, that was the idea by Red Turbo 66. So thank you for that. That is in. One thing I have been doing is going around and picking up logs. I finally remembered / took the time to add in the control ability for me to be able to go around, and this thing really needs gas, but essentially be able to get log or the stumps out of the ground now that I can now find. So this is what that looks like, in case you're wondering, but fantastic. So I'll be able to do that now. So, and I can put my frames per second on there and everything like that. But yeah, so that's what we got going on. Let's jump down. Can we jump down here? No, maybe not. But if you can see down there, I've cleared out quite a bit. But again, that big hill, I'm not sure how I'm gonna work that around. Someone asked me when we're gonna start doing other crops, and I think hopefully this episode we're gonna start doing some other crops. So I'm hoping to put some in there, on that chunk of land in there. But that's the plan. This thing's full of wood chips. The Brux, I think, has another full trailer or so in it. But yeah, we'll put in our field in here at some point. I'm not sure how. Again, I'm gonna make that all work because this is a pretty massive hill. I might end up having to clear these trees out down here at the end anyways, and then kind of smooth it out before I can do a whole lot. But we'll figure that out as we go. One thing we are going to do, actually, though, right off the bat in this episode, we're going to sell off the Fiat and get ourselves a different tractor. So we're going to go ahead and repair that. Yes. And sell that. Yes. Okay. It did us good work, but now we have some other options. We're going to buy one of the modded options that was recommended put in here by other people. Now, I was looking at the John Deere 40s. I've used them before, and I like them a lot. I like the way they look. I like how they run, everything like that. But I think I'm actually going to change it up I think I'm going to go with one of these guys. And I think I'm going to choose the Same, I think. Let's get some different rims on there. What do we got? Silver. Silver's nice. I like that. So let's go through here. I think I like the exhaust being off on the side. I do like the Midas tires. I think we'll do that. Hydraulic connections. We want not forestry, but we want not front loader. We want a front through-point link. So 2,000 more for that. Beacon lights, we'll do 2. Why not? Just for fun. Yeah, we're gonna want that on there. Air conditioning, that's standard. We'll leave that. We're gonna put to the biggest engine size was at 189 horsepower, so we'll put that. We'll try that out. I don't know what that should change the sound a little bit of it, but we'll try that out. 24 miles an hour, 190 horsepower. So what is that? 39 more horsepower than the Fiat. So 54,580. It's also cheaper. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to buy that. Yes. Perfect. All right, let's go check out our new tractor. Let's be over here at the store. Fantastic. Oh, that's it's very loud. Let me turn down. Still probably a little bit loud, but there. Anyhow, so this is our new tractor. I know I need to finish up some of this stuff. So my goal is also to do some of the finish up the road and some of that other stuff, or at least get more of it done. We're pretty close to a town upgrade yesterday. Total, we made $182,017, putting us up to 1.8 million. So at 2 million, we get another upgrade. So every 500,000 we make. So we are getting pretty close to another town upgrade as the economy is booming. Pretty soon it'll just kind of just take off and keep going. Those lights are actually really good on that. But yeah, so that's what we got. I'm gonna have this guy. Let's have you drive back to the farm. Perfect. Yeah, so we're just kind of waiting for this stuff to get ready to harvest, and then we'll plow this field out. We'll get this going, probably with maybe a different crop, but I don't know. We'll do maybe sugar beets. I don't know. We want to keep doing the sugar beets since we have invested in the harvester. But so what I'm going to do is keep working on getting some of the stumps out of here, as well as get some more forestry done. So I'll see you guys later on today. All right, it is much later in the day. It's almost 3. So I have been simulating using the auto log or the auto load log trailer here because I wanted to kind of try it out and see how it worked, and it actually works really brilliantly, honestly. So what I've been doing is essentially billing myself $2,500 per load to kind of pay someone, if you will, to load up the logs for me. So we'll turn it off, get within range of these guys. Perfect. So it does that kind of deal there, and move on to the next one. Ooh, sometimes it throws them off the back a little too far if you're moving, so I recommend turning it off and then pulling up to it. Pulling up to logs and then loading them. Nice. Yeah, this thing's fantastic. I'm able to get more on a load as well, just because it makes it easier to do for whatever reason. Strange, huh? Perfect. Look at that. That's a pretty good load there, but we probably can get some more on there. Which... Nope, that turns that off. Switch sides. There we go. Come back down around here, get some of these. There's lots down here, but this is just a little bit faster. I'm seeing how angled... Is that angled, or is it actually where I want it? Actually, I think that's right where I want it. So I kind of painted a little bit from where I wanted the field, kind of looking at how the landscaping is going to kind of work out, which I'll bring you guys in for... You're not going to get that one. Maybe it thinks it's full. Back. Oh, there it goes. I just had to take the tension straps off. Let's see if we can't get any more on here. Ooh, boy. I'm still loading them. Oh, wow. Well, that's a pretty good load right there. Oh, yeah, we'll go ahead and call that good there. I'll turn that off. Oh, man. Be careful not to tip this bad boy over. This will probably be a $45,000 loader, so... Holy cow, yeah, it's struggling to pull it. Jeez. Well, anyhow, other than that, nothing's ready to harvest yet. Making progress. I'll bring you guys back in for when we go ahead and landscape this. But what I've been kind of thinking, I just painted, I didn't landscape anything. I'll smooth this out, smooth out maybe this a little bit. But gosh, part of me is tempted to take kind of this middle section here that a lot of it appears to be about that height, but maybe bring it down a little bit and then just smooth across over to this side, like smooth straight across. And then I think we'll go back to about, I made a line in there right there, but I think that's where we'll go back to. So I have a nice big field there. Yeah, and I cut these trees out because I figured I will be able to just place some trees if I want to add some in, which I probably will want to add some more in at some point. But yeah, I did before I did this much of it, I saved the game, and then what I did was I landscaped kind of what I wanted it to look like a little bit starting out, and this was probably $200,000 to just smooth level back. So that part was pretty expensive. So I don't want to completely just smooth level it and level it out, but I think I will, gosh, pick somewhere in here. I could do it like in, I mean, honestly, the best level is probably right. It's kind of hard. I wish you could have like, you could angle the thing up a little bit so you could make it kind of like almost a hill, but you just kind of have to be skilled with the landscaping tool and the smooth function. So yeah, but essentially this kind of big hill here is kind of the issue. So if we can smooth that down a bit, even if we just lower it a little bit in the center, and then smooth from there, and then kind of smooth the whole thing together, that might work out pretty well for us. But yep. I mean, we have plenty of land, but is all of it going to be farmable? It's going to be kind of tricky. So yeah, finding nice flat ground is going to be darn near impossible. So we'll keep doing what we can, but it is nice to be able to see where tree stumps are if we have to find any of them. But anyhow, okay, I am going to go ahead and get this baby sold off, and I will see you guys. Well, we're not going to be able to get up this hill. Well, come on. Oh, jeez, it's not moving at all. Okay, let's try to go. Boy, you're really struggling to get going. There you go. Okay, work around the outside of this field here and get some momentum going. You can do it. Jeez. Oh boy. Come on. There we go. Now we got some speed. Yeah, made it over that. So now we should be fine because I should be able to activate auto drive to get them going to there. Perfect. So, all right, I will get this sold off, and then I will bring you guys back in later on, possibly in the morning, or I don't know, sometime tonight. We'll see. If we end up doing a harvest tonight, I'll bring you guys back in to get that started up. Well, probably. I mean, you guys have seen that before. It just kind of depends. But I will bring you back in to landscape this once we get there. That's kind of where we've gotten into. So that's paint there. That's painted there. So I guess I need to paint that over a little bit more. Yeah. But anyhow, all right. I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right. Good morning. It is the next day. Yeah. Let's go ahead and calculate how much we made yesterday. Okay. Let's go here. So today we did make a little bit, 69,000 overnight from the BGA, and that's selling sugar beets because I harvested all of our sugar beets. Took us right up till midnight, so we didn't sell them all, and I think there's still some being processed. There's this 6,800 some odd liters in there. I think we got somewhere around 180-ish thousand, 160,000, something like that. And then wood chips, we have a lot. We have 282,000. We did have a great demand, but it wasn't a very high price, so we're still waiting for that to have a really good, great demand where we want to sell them off. But yeah, that's that's where we're sitting. Grass is ready to go. I didn't do any replanting or any repurposing here. I've gotten a lot done out there, and I still have a lot of logs to pick up, or maybe not a lot, but probably half a load or so. So I'm going to get the case here working on mowing. But actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and I think we're going to sell this trailer off. I think we are going to go ahead and do that. So we'll repair that. Yes. Sell that. Yes. Okay. And then we should be able to sell this guy off. Theoretically, okay, I guess not. We'll go into our garage and move over to wherever it may be. There we go. Okay, we'll sell that. Yes, and then I think that's everything I would need to sell for now. We didn't really need that money or anything like that. But as you can see, we have $270,000, and as you know, we have nothing in our loan. So yesterday, how much did we make? We made quite a bit. So let's see here. 34, yeah, 34.94. What is the other from? I know what that's from. Oh, I know what that's from. I'll explain that in a second. So 34.948 from the BGA. So let me put that onto my calculator here. 34.948 plus the 168.40 or 68.440. So 203.388. So we're definitely going to be knocking over into the next town upgrade, which we will probably do as a time lapse in this episode. Maybe I think we might do that. Just a short one, nothing crazy, but 203.388 plus 1810273. We're at, yes, just over. So we've made so much money. This is yesterday was day 19, so today is day 20, and as of day 20 right now, well, as of day 19, I guess we made $2 million. $2,013,661. So we have another town upgrade available to us. So I think we will end up doing that at some point in this episode. But for now, let's go ahead and let's get this guy mowing, and then we'll go take a look over at our forestry section. I know some of you guys are all about me doing stuff and everything like that, and you guys want to see even the mundane stuff, but some people don't. So I just try to keep a lot of the mundane stuff out of it, and not in it. So I know it's kind of, both ways. I could do time lapses, all this different stuff off, that I would do off camera and stuff like that. But this is how I do it for whatever the reason may be. But okay, let's go ahead and hire worker. So what I did, we'll jump over and take a look at it. Since I have the no man's land pack in here, I actually added in another sawmill, and the reason I added this one in over that one is this one I can drive up and then keep driving around. So this one will be easier to access. So that cost $65,000. So if we go in here, this was the $65,000, then minus the three $2,500 payments, so $7,500 that I was paying for 3 auto-loaded loads of wood, since the auto-load trailer's absolutely amazing. Let's jump over here. Okay, yeah, so this is where we're sitting. I just basically need to kind of carve out that corner a little bit, take these few trees out. There's some trees on the ground, and then we will go ahead and do some landscaping up here. I have a lot of stumps to take out. I have quite a few small trees actually up here. Well, there's still quite a bit of big ones, but there's a couple small trees I'll need to take out. I might go further back actually, because it might just make it easier. Yeah, and this is going to be super expensive to landscape. I'm just going to accept that. We're going to spend a lot of money on getting this going. It'll be worth it, I think, maybe, but we'll see. We can keep making our money up. Maybe I'll smooth it out and make it into a field and see how bad it is, but let's hop over to you. Let's get you started up. Let's get you planting sugar beets there. So we'll go grab our planter. Oh, we're gonna have to cultivate first, aren't we? Never mind, we're not gonna do that yet. You need to go grab the subsoiler first, so you can get that cultivated, and I guess plowed, technically speaking, too. But yeah, we'll get that going. All right. Now I'll need to grab the TLX and get to fertilizing with digestate, which would be perfect to get that rolling. And yeah, we'll do sugar beets, I think, in this big field up here again, because we do make good money off of the sugar beets. But I will say we do need to get ourselves a bigger sugar beet harvester at some point, because the small one is starting to be just kind of very time consuming to use. But that's okay. It's kind of somewhat expected. I mean, the next level up would be getting a self-propelled one, obviously, but we'd probably want to get, well, yeah, this would be the one I would want because it has the highest capacity here. So 45,000 liters. So we could go something in between. Yeah, but that also has the widest header too, I believe. Yeah, at 5.4 meters. So we'd want to go that route, which would be $700,000, right? Because that thing is, okay, $600,000. So not, I mean, that's still a boatload of cash, but yeah, so $500,000 we would need to get that rolling. But What's the working speed of this thing? Is it actually that slow? 7 miles an hour. Okay, it could be a combination of going uphill, but I'll say maybe it needs repairs or something, but that's probably doing okay. We've already put 2.4 hours on this tractor. I do want to incorporate kind of a randomized maintenance thing to keep this more interesting and make it more difficult. So I think starting next episode, because I need to put it all together, you guys have given me quite a few really good suggestions on Discord and in comments and stuff like that, in addition to some of my own ideas. So essentially what that will look like is every day at the start of the day, depending on how many hours a piece of equipment has, we have to roll a dice to see what the chances are of it having a random event. If it does have a random event, then we will roll a second die to see what the random event is going to be that's going to cause it to have issues. So yeah, I'm thinking the first 40 hours it's one chance, which is very low, and then after 40 to 60 is the next bracket up, then 60 to 80, then 80 to 100, then like over 100 hours on it. So kind of makes it so it's like, okay, if it starts to really get up there in the hours, maybe we need to look at getting rid of it, or cycling it out and stuff like that, just to make it easier for us to work with and everything like that. But yeah, I think that's what we got going on. I'm trying to think of anything else. Actually, you know what? Let me go look at my list of police stories, since for whatever reason I can't remember anything ever. Let me find. Oh nope, I need to go back further in my notebook here. I also need to go through my comment notebook and make sure I don't owe anybody any shout outs or anything like that, so I need to do that as well during this episode. But let us see. Oh, I actually have a lot of good fire stories that have happened recently. Well, not necessarily good fire stories, but like a lot of fire type stories. So I had one the other day that we get dispatched to a structure fire, which is a structure that's on fire, essentially is what it comes out as. So sometimes it's like, okay, I read the comments, it said the kitchen's on fire is what it said in the comments. Like, okay, it's probably just some oven fire, whatever the reason may be, but still take it very seriously just in case. So I respond their code, which code just means that I'm driving with my lights and my sirens on. Drive up there, I get there, I was the first one there, and so I was able to, it was in an apartment building too, so that's a little bit worse. There was like kind of like a fourplex apartment building, so 4 apartments, and then there was a building immediately next to it with 4 more apartments, and so on and so on. But it was at the very first building in the apartment complex, so I go ahead and I make sure everyone's getting out. So yeah, there was only 2 apartments there that were actually occupied. One of them was the office and no one was there, and then the other one was like a maintenance storage one, or what they're using as maintenance storage, so there's nothing in that one. But I was I was in there and it smelled, there was smoke just billowing out of this apartment. So like, yeah, that bad boy's on fire was what my impression was. But the fire department gets there, and by the time they get there, the smoke had gone down quite a bit, and it was just essentially like an oil or a grease fire that had happened in the kitchen. And the resident was like, yeah, I didn't mean to do it, this blah, 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 this is what happened, but it was fine. They were sitting outside for a while because it was very hot out because it's summertime, obviously, but fire was like, yeah, you're not going to be going in there for at least an hour. And I was like, well, I talked to them, I was like, hey, you guys doing okay? Can I get you anything? And they're like, oh, we're just so thirsty. So I was like, well, here, just hang out, I'll go get some water. So I drove up to like a convenience store that was like a mile away and got them all these big jugs of water that were in the fridge there, so that way they could have some water, because that just sounded terrible just to be sitting outside in the heat after you just had part of your apartment get damaged and burnt up, and they didn't have renter's insurance or anything. So oh, by the way, if you're renting anywhere, you should have renter's insurance. I'm just gonna throw that out there. You definitely, it literally doesn't cost very much. A lot of policies I've seen cost anywhere between $5 and $25 a month, so paying that small amount is absolutely worth it. To make sure your stuff's covered in case anything happens, because whoever you rent from is not going to cover your belongings inside your apartment if they get stolen or if they get damaged or fire damage, anything like that. Regardless of whose fault the fire or whatever it is, they're not going to cover your belongings. Their insurance is only going to cover their building. So I would recommend that severely. But anyhow, looks like the mowing is, well, you gave it a good effort. We'll just put it that way. We'll get the rest of it here for you. And then we'll get this guy plowed up. I'm just, as far as grass goes, I know I normally do it quite a bit. Let's get the other one on as well. But I don't think I want to do it on this one as well. I'm doing it on both my series pretty regularly. So on No Man's Land, I'm going to keep doing it because we have the pelletizer. So we have a pretty good investment into it. But I think on here, yeah, I just think we don't need to be doing it on both. I think it's just a lot of grass work, which can get repetitive after a while, and I want to try to keep things as interesting as possible. All right, let's get that guy up. So we're gonna go ahead and actually just sell our mowers off, which I know it sounds crazy. We're just selling stuff left and right, it seems like, but we're kind of condensing down and lowering down our operation a little bit. So just to make it a little bit more standardized and set in ground. So we're gonna go ahead and sell these guys off, since we're not gonna be doing grass, at least for the immediate time being. Repair that, yes. I mean, 1.3, we didn't really have hardly any hours on it, did we? Yeah, sell that off, and then, yeah, that one we didn't have hardly any hours on it. Sell that off as well. But hey, we got another almost 50 grand to work with now, which we're gonna need for our landscaping. Next big purchase we're probably gonna make, we're probably gonna start getting some stuff to do with our crops. It's kind of what I'm starting to shoot for. So I mean, another thing I could do is I could sell off our wood chips. We do have, I mean, if we sell them for $150, we'll say, which I don't want to do that, but 150 times the 282, how much were we to get? We'd have, I mean, we have $42,000 sitting there, which seems pretty low for how many wood chips we have, but we have some money sitting in there. I might just wait until the price gets up close to 200 again, because it's done that before, and then go ahead and sell it off, but we'll see. You know what? On that one, that field, let's get, before I plant anything, let's get the TLX going. But I'm thinking I think I might just plant something else on here even, maybe just to start. Where's the TLX at? There you are. Also too, so this got updated, which is great, but we didn't buy an orange TLX. And I looked at it today after I recorded the first section. I was like, I don't normally go for orange trucks, and I didn't this time either. I did not go for an orange truck. It was black before, but now it's orange. So yeah, we now have an orange TLX, I guess. Okay, let's hook that up. Perfect. This is not going to go very far, but that's okay. We also could digestate this, I guess, but it doesn't really matter one way or another. All right, let's get this guy going here. Perfect. Yeah, so I think actually maybe what we'll do is maybe we'll do sugar beets in this field, and then we'll do something else in this field, and then once we get this one going, we'll do something else as well. So I might get something else planted in there. But for now, I'm going to work on getting these guys fertilized, and I'm going to get sugar beets planted, I think just in this big field. So I get sugar beets planted here, and then I'll bring you guys back in. We're getting ready to plant that grass field down there. I'll also get all that grass picked up, probably get some more forestry done as well. But yeah, I'll get the grass picked up, put it in the bunker silo, and get that fermenting. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Good morning. It is another day. I know. We've just been, I did not expect when I was going through this to burn through that many days at all, or even close to that many days. But we are now on, well, we're on day 21 now. We just completed day 20, so we're gonna go take a look at what we earned yesterday. Yesterday we sold vehicles, I guess. We made $109,000 off of wood. That was only 2 loads, by the way. And then the 69 from the BGA, which we didn't get any from the BGA last night, which I thought we would. So I guess all the sugar beets were processed through. So let me grab my calculator here. Okay, 69750 plus the 10926 or 109926. So that puts us at 179,676 yesterday. And if we add that to the 2 million, jeez, I can't believe that's how much money we've made so far. Yeah, wow, that puts us at, oh boy, that puts us at $2,193,337 total dollars earned. So we're already 300,000 away from the next upgrade. So yeah, there we have that. We are growing soybeans here. So if we're going to grow some soybeans, we are going to need to have a harvester for that. And I think that I've selected the perfect one. This guy right here. This is a mod. This is my mod for yesterday. And yes, the headers did come in a separate pack than it, but I called that just one mod because that's ridiculous. This thing is awesome. I got this. It's not very expensive, so I was looking in the mod hub for a decent sized harvester that wasn't going to be too pricey for our farm. I mean, we're still sitting at 300,000 or just about 300,000, and we have a harvester now, so we're good to go. So yes, soy is planted on this field. sugar beets on this one. And out here, we've made some progress, haven't started the field. We're going to look at landscaping that in just a second. So yeah, I have this guy right here. If we go into the store to take a look at it, it is under harvesters, shocker. Down here, it's these two were in the pack, but I bought this guy, and I did the tank extensions, a little bit extra there, and I think I just did that setup there, I think is what I did for $2,000. I didn't put that on there. I didn't go with the upgraded engine because for 18,000 more, it's only 5 more horsepower, so I left it as a 9,500. I did do the standard pipe, so it was about 87,000 for it, so not bad at all for a 10,500 liter tank. Which, how much is it? Okay, so it's a 70. Yeah, so it's definitely worth it. And then the header we have, there's several options in here, which I actually haven't looked at the corn headers for it. There should be. Oh, is there not any in that pack? I guess there's not any in that pack. So anyhow, the pack for the headers is all these guys down at the end. So it ranges from this guy, and that's for 9400, 9410, the 95. So that would work for ours, according to that. This is for the 9500, 9510. This one's technically for the 9510 and bigger, but I bought this one because ours could be a 9510. It's just 5 horsepower difference. So I went ahead with that one. I didn't go with that one. I figured that one might be a touch too big, but 9.1 meters I think is more than enough. I did buy a header trailer, which I'm going to immediately sell because I thought it would be helpful, and it wasn't anyways. But I mean, they're terrible. But I don't know why I didn't lease one and then return it. But I'm going to sell that because now that we're here, we're never going to leave this side of the map with the harvester. I doubt we'll ever have to go over here for anything. So that's what we're going to have going on. But let's take a look. So I'm going to make sure the game is saved. Perfect, and autosave is off intentionally. Let's go into landscaping here. So this is what we got going on. I cleared out quite a bit. I know I did some random painting and stuff, but I'm curious how much it would cost if I just flat leveled this whole thing. So I'm actually just going to run a little experiment here with you guys here. We're going to see how much this would cost if we just flat leveled this whole thing. So we don't want to get some of that down. Now, again, if I did this more carefully, I could probably save us some money, but I'm just super curious how much it would cost to flat level this. Ooh, what are we hitting there? Oh, not enough money. Yeah, we're already out of money. So that's $300,000 worth of modifications. That's definitely not what we're going to go with. So I think what I'm going to try to do is kind of maybe add a couple tiers at the bottom and kind of try to ease them up with the smooth tool and try to make it a workable field. It's going to be tough, but I think we can do that. But we're going to go ahead and quit without saving there. And I'll bring you guys back in, and we'll go ahead and I'll probably do a time lapse of me. I don't know. I'm going to record me doing that section over there, and then I'll probably time lapse it. But you may not see the original version. I'll tell you at the very end how many versions I went through. But before we do that, actually, I have a couple of shout outs I want to give before I forget again. So today, the mod that I'm going to add in today is a log house. I haven't added it in yet because I haven't saved out, but when I come back in, I'll add it in. I'll show you guys that in a second. That's what we're going to do for our new house when we eventually upgrade away from the container. And that is an idea from Red Turbo 66 from a while ago. So thank you for that. It's a fantastic way, I think, to upgrade things here. And Jack Fu is one of the people who commented about the Fleagle Autoload trailer. So thank you for that. There's several other ones on here. Evil Clown made several comments about some different things. So first off, fences. I probably won't add a fence pack in because it's going to add a lot of placeable stuff, and I don't want to have a lot of lag on here. So I'm probably not going to add that in. Traffic signs would be fantastic. I might actually add that in. And then you also mentioned a details pack and the IT runner pack. I don't use IT runners a lot. I could. I just find them a little expensive to get up and going for not a lot of capacity. I don't know. I'm not a big IT runner guy. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. So I may not end up using them. But now we have, of course, a big details pack in here. So that is pretty fantastic. Let me go over to my last page here. Sorry, so many comments, which is fantastic. Thank you guys for them. I'm trying to make sure I don't have anything. Moosey the Moose commented saying that I should go into multiplayer mode or put the game in multiplayer mode. That way I could have essentially what the town would own on one section and then what I would own on a different one. I probably won't do that, but that's actually a really good idea, and I probably will end up doing that in future videos or future series, but this one's already kind of set up. I don't want to take the time to have to rearrange it, but yeah, and I do have the time intentionally on 1 times because we're doing the landscaping type stuff. But yeah, so I'm going to load back in, and essentially from here you're just going to see a time lapse of me working over there, so you'll see whatever the finished product of that is after this. welcome back. That went actually much better than I thought it would. Our money is down quite a bit. I did make quite a few mistakes that I kind of had to correct, so I'm going to go ahead and just add 50 grand as a little bit of reimbursement. So it did cost us 140,000, which I think is more than reasonable to add a little bit of money back in, because that was very expensive. Yeah, I didn't take out these stumps. I didn't know how far I was going to get, but this actually worked out really well. This is going to make a great field. I mean, not super smooth. And I might do some more. I mean, up here it seems like it gets a little less smooth, but in general, this is pretty good. That's much better than I thought it was actually going to turn out. So, yeah, next episode we'll be able to start working on making this into a big field for us. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'll continue to probably. I mean, I'm not sure how far back the grass should be. Yeah, so the grass is eliminated now. So I might work it back further up more towards that line still and do some more forestry kind of stuff up there just to make the field maybe a touch bigger, but and then clear the edges out around it a bit. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. I think that'll make a good field there for us. So pretty happy about that. I do have this guy sitting here. Are weeds there or not weeds? No weeds ever appeared here, but now it's a little too late probably to weed them. So anyhow, if there's weeds in this section, that won't be that big of a deal. But the thumbnail is probably the combine, the John Deere harvester. So you probably already knew that was coming. Let's sell that stupid. That's just, if we're not going to do weeds, let's get this put away and let's sell that stupid header trailer. And then I'll show you guys the log cabin that I added in today for the mod of the day, just so we have it available. I'll just dump this off here for a second. I'm sure the silage is probably ready to go. Matter of fact, let's check it real quick. I can't imagine it not being ready to go. Yeah, okay. Sweet. So we can sell that off here today. We do need to get probably some sheds going to start storing stuff, but even spending, $140,000 or whatever it was on landscaping, I'm not too worried about our finances. We're doing just fine. So how much wood chips do we have? We have quite a bit now, I think. I put a fair amount more in there. Yeah, 356,000. So we're going to have that topped out pretty quickly. So I just need to keep an eye on those prices so we can get to a good point where we can sell it. I think our next major purchase is probably going to be like a semi-truck, like a big truck. Probably one of these guys in here. I'm thinking about maybe doing something like this guy. Might do one of the more European ones, or maybe I'll get a mod that I really like. But well, this is one I'm using on No Man's Land, and its turn radius is terrible. This guy has a really good turn radius, though, so I might actually use it. A little bit less horsepower, but it should be fine for what we're doing. So we might end up investing in one of those and trying that out. And I like using different equipment and stuff. That's why I'm making sure I use this guy. And using that harvester, I've never used that before, so I'm trying to use different equipment. Are you kidding me? Ugh, we'll just sell it out of the garage. I just want it gone. Do not want to have to take it back. Oh man. All right, where's it at? Here we go. Just a terrible thing. Okay, well we lost 1,100 bucks. That's fine. I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, oh yeah, let me show you the log cabin before we close this baby out. All right, it's gonna be under farmhouses, I believe. Ooh, didn't want to load that for a second. These are the AJ Tech ones. I believe, is it? Maybe I think it might be this guy. Yeah, that's it right there. That's the log house. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. We got a couple different options now because we got the AJ Tech one, which we could have used as well. But yeah, I'm sure it's not under anything different. But we have all the No Man's Land places, which is absolutely amazing. So we can do a town upgrade. We'll probably do a time-lapse, add a town upgrade in. I know a couple of you give me ideas of time-lapses for doing different landscaping and building. That one was like a 3-minute time-lapse, if that. So I apologize, not a super long one. But hopefully you guys are enjoying those. If you guys want me to keep doing those in the series and in the episodes, just let me know. I'm happy to do them. But if not, just tell me how much you hate them. And I do apologize. This episode I feel like we went through like 3 or 4 days in game, but we got a lot done and a lot of different stuff happened on the farm. So I think it was a good episode regardless. But if you guys don't like that, where it's like, okay, you're going a little too fast, or you feel like it's not progressing fast enough, let me know either way. So Anyhow, guys, this has been Farmer Cop. If you enjoyed, drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on your screen to join the channel, and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos that I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you for coming and watching.